brand new to the convention circuit.
Oh, you're fucked.
I love nothing. It is the highlight of my Friday when they start singing, when they're riffing, when they're really getting after it, doing their thing. And the faces of the people that don't know that they're completely kidding and singing off-key intentionally, when they're like,
we don't know. Nobody knows. We'll have to find out tomorrow night.
No, they both have beautiful voices, and you can hear them both sing tomorrow night, Saturday Night Special. Please give it up.
Thank you. This is so dangerous. This rogue water.
Oh God. I'm concerned. We're hot stuck. You're good? We got you. We got you. All right. I'm afraid I'm going to spin around and hurt his drum. Why are they so far away? Why are they so far away from us?
People probably lose it there. There you go. You're too far away from me now. Closer.
Okay. Better. This is good. Oh, these are not the spinning ones. They. Hold on. Make it work. You're not going to ask any fucking questions. Sorry. That's all you're going to get. The sit and spin.
It made me barf.
Wait, I gotta unwind just a little bit. There we go. Okay, all right.
You need to undo it?
Yeah, well, the inner, I gotta make the fluids in the inner. I don't know if it's real. Shut up. It helps me feel better. Wait, who's never met us again? Okay. You've all signed the you can't blame us for any trauma. I hope you're fine, right? Great. Yeah, the disclaimer, whatever the thing is.
Wait, speaking of disclaimers.
Yes.
Kim and I have a PJ party this evening.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. If you've not been to the PJ party is where we actually have disclaimers because we tell secrets we're not allowed to tell on stage. Phones get put away. Yeah, it's where we gossip. I think there might be tickets available, I don't know, but check out if you haven't gone.
Don't be frightened by the disclaimer of the PJ party. Yes, we may.
It's only to protect ourselves and not you. No, I'm just kidding.
We cuss, and you can ask us anything. I don't know if you have guidelines or questions. You may ask us anything, and if we choose not to answer it, we will give you the courtesy of why.
And a cookie.
And a cookie. Or a middle finger, depending on your question. Yeah. So there you go. No, that's for here, today.
Yeah.
And we don't have to threaten them with talking about our periods because people are already standing up to...
I'll talk about my period. I got it while I was on the airplane yesterday.
Oh, no!
Don't feel bad, it's just part of life.
Oh, it's okay. I haven't had one for 18 years.
I know. No. That's where I'm headed. That's why mine was a surprise. Because you just never know anymore. Just shows up and goes, what up, bitch? That's fine.
Hey, how you doing?
Now, if I laugh too hard, my diva cup will pop out. Are there any children?
Shalom, she's accepted.
What happens now? It just goes, ooh, so who's in the front row today? Huh? You didn't know it was a splash zone, did you? Oh, you're fine. Yeah, that's what we're going. That's what's happening. It just came out of my mouth. Sorry. That's what she said. Sorry. So we're going. So you can imagine the PJ party. Anyway.
I also love that they just had Jason Mans holding him in his comfortable song. Like nobody makes you feel safer than Jason Mans, and he tenderized you, and now we're out here to just slap the shit out of you. Oh, you're all so vulnerable. And
now. Okay.
All right, you're welcome. Go ahead and ask us a question. Or yes, go ahead.
If you change your mind, I completely understand.
Hi, I'm Sam, and I was wondering what monster you had as a pet if you could have one.
Oh my God, hold on. I was just making a joke to somebody, I can't remember because I'm old, that whenever somebody asks me this exact question, I always go, I don't know, Kim, answer for me. Because I either can't retain information or I haven't watched enough of the show. I haven't seen that much, I've seen only the scenes that I'm in of Supernatural, so I don't know. So I usually make something up or I make Kim answer for me. What was the question again?
If you could have a monster as a pet.
Oh,
What monster
that's
would it
not
be?
what I was talking about. I thought you were like, if you were a monster from the show. That's why I was like, whoa, doobie. Because I was like, you asked the exact question I was just talking about. If I could have a monster as a pet. I don't know. Thank you so much.
I need context. Again, for those of you who are just meeting me, I have a super spicy brain. First of all, is it coded? Does anyone else know about this monster? Does the monster like me? Does the monster like people that I like? Is the monster dangerous to people I love or only people that I don't love? Is it trainable? Does it die before I do, or will I outlive it? What is all of this meaning? Is it like, because I mean, I don't want the FBI coming and taking my monster. I love my monster. That would be traumatic. Why did you do this to me? Now I'm sad. A dragon.
And how could it be? I can't think of anything else but a dragon. Only because,
Unicorn, Pegasus.
are these monsters?
Werewolf.
They're
Yeah, I think
mythical creatures, but
They
are they
count.
monsters?
They count. Yeah.
Unicorn. I think 'cause my daughter would love it so much.
Yeah,
She's
she would.
convinced me that they used to live. She said, this is what it's like in our house. She said, remember that guy on the boat with all the animals? And I was like, do you mean Noah? She's like, yeah, the guy with all the animals. So she was like, they were on that boat. There was unicorns on that boat. I'm like, okay, unicorn. I don't know if that counts, but
It does.
listen, I'm so sorry that you had to be the first question and that we bombed it so badly that you got dragons.
What would
and
you want?
unicorns.
What would you want?
I want a hellhound.
A what?
Why?
Hellhound.
This seems very dangerous.
No, but again, if it likes you and does your bidding.
You're
Yeah.
saying that it's like in your control.
It's like your pet.
Yeah.
Like voluntarily.
Do you ever see those videos like on social media where it's like a girl has a dog and a guy just starts walking up to them and she goes, sick 'em. And they go after this guy. I'm like, oh my goes.
That would be a hellhound.
That's great. Okay, I'm with you. Great answer.
A werewolf.
Werewolf, yeah.
Werewolf would be cool. But I'm
Yeah,
going with
because they
dragon.
turn into a hellhoundy thing.
I'm going with it. I'm still going with dragon.
Okay,
Yeah.
can't remember what we were talking about.
Hi. Our periods.
Oh, hello.
Hi Bree, hi Kim, it's Alicia. So my question for you is, if you could give your past self advice, what would it be?
It's not that serious. Just in life, Jose and I practice that a lot. It's like, oh man, do we sometimes make, and I'm not saying that things aren't a big deal, but sometimes they're not. They feel like a big deal. It's constantly going, not that serious, especially when you're young. Feel the feelings. Don't not feel it. Feel the feelings, but know in context of your life, it's going to be okay. That's just like one of the little things that I would say to my little self.
Man, how old of a me are we talking? Again, fuck. We almost got in before my brain noticed the question. I was ready to answer, and then my brain was like, but if you knew the information before you learned the painful lesson, then who would you be? You wouldn't be you now. And that completely changed the course because all of the consequences, your stupid fucking actions, turned you into the beautiful butterfly you are today. So maybe none, but I think, yeah, how old are we talking?
Let's say your 20s.
Don't fuck him. At least not before you learn how to have an orgasm.
That is solid.
And notice that I didn't ask for any specific 20. That's all my 20s. Whole fucking decade.
Mine would be, fuck him. So sorry, everyone. Listen,
We aren't.
we just ate. I had half a Dr. Pepper and I hit the road. This is what you're getting today. This is where we're at. Okay? We're doing it together. So much, Alicia.
Thank you, Felicia.
Alicia.
Alicia, I'm sorry. She said her name.
No.
I'm sorry. They said their name, and then I immediately thought, Felicia's in this panel?
Felicia's here?
And I had to
And
come
then
back
do
to
it.
it.
Not your fault, it's the microphone's fault.
It's difficult, baby.
Not your fault, not your fault. Hello.
Hi, my name is Myra, and I also wanted to say first, Kim, happy anniversary. I saw your
Oh my God,
Instagram
yes, so
post.
cute, thank you. Yes, happy anniversary. God damn it.
My question is, if you could be any animal, what animal would you be?
Tiger. We say that. Kim's gonna have questions.
They're in danger.
I will fuck him and I will bring him I will replenish the tiger population with my heightened libido. You're welcome, world.
Just now, no, I'm
Brianna
not.
was really nice, but she was very horny. I had sex the whole time. Go ahead.
No, I'm not gonna do the thing. I'm gonna answer the question, otter. I kind of am an otter though, aren't I? Like, very playful, I slide down things that aren't supposed to be slides, but whee! And I'll fuck your shit up if you get in my face.
When I think of like parenthood, I think of otters, like the otter moms with their
Oh
babies.
yeah, we fall asleep holding
Yeah,
hands. I have a favorite rock.
Yes.
I love rocks.
Yeah, otter moms are so cute. Are these compression socks?
Yes, that's how old I am now.
I love compression socks.
Oh, yeah, my doctor told me I had to start wearing compression
Yeah,
socks.
absolutely. I wear them on the airplane. I got to my hotel room and my legs were the
Oh,
same
yeah.
size as my
Well,
backpack.
no, I don't know why they don't just call them socks that don't fall down.
Yeah.
It's a much better, but yes, I wear compression socks now.
Cool. Are you guys confused about who we are in this world?
We're an otter and a tiger wearing compression socks.
Like to have sex. Hello, Lynn.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
honey. Myra.
Hi, Lynn.
Hello, ladies. Kim, I apologize in advance for this question. If you could have a conversation with anyone, who would it be and what would you talk about?
Wait, dead or alive?
Dealer's choice.
My mom.
My dad.
I would say either of those. Yeah.
My mom?
My mom or, yeah, Kim's mom. I have some words with her. I would like that. That would be nice. My mom, yeah, my mom has Alzheimer's, so I still have conversations with her, but sometimes it's like, oh, I don't know if she knows who she's talking to. Sometimes they go, Mom, it's Brianna, your daughter. She goes, I know. And I'm like, okay, I'll believe you, but you don't know. Yeah, that's lovely. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello. Hello?
Hi, I'm Emmy. Eric confused my second cousin. That has nothing to do with my question. I was just told to name drop him as much as I could by his brother.
Fair, absolutely.
Yeah, so my
This is the
question,
place to do it. Like,
Yeah.
trying to do that at, like, Kroger's, probably not gonna get you very far. Erin Kripke is her second cousin.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that would get you far.
Yeah, no, you're allowed to do that. Absolutely, I agree.
Free drink tonight.
so my question is, what is your favorite or most creative way to call someone stupid? My favorite is that there's too much chlorine in the gene pool.
There's too much chlorine in the
gene pool.
Somebody's stupid. I love calling people a dummy. It's my favorite thing, but that's pretty obvious. What's a creative way?
My favorite, I'm assuming they're in front of me.
Yes.
I like to go, oh, that makes sense to you.
Yeah, sometimes I say this is less of like when somebody's being stupid, but more being like misogynistic or I guess stupid, but I go, did you mean to say that?
I like, you said that out loud. I do that sometimes with a big smile on my face, and they're like, yeah, it's, oh, that was nice.
A couple times, I do this a lot when I'm talking to Rich, and it's the opposite, because Rich is very smart. Sometimes he he just nerds out over just dumb things. And I'll just go, so do you take the glasses off to put the tape around the middle? And then put them back on? Is there a pocket protector? He doesn't like that, because he's cool.
He's cool dad. He's cool dad, yeah. I like, you said that out loud. That makes sense to you.
Yeah.
Or just, I'm done now. I like that too. I have less conversation. Shut the fuck up. Yeah.
I like that.
Fuck yourself in your own face. Yeah. That too. Fuck you. Too much chlorine in the gene pool though is gonna be. Can I say pee? I like that. There's too much piss in that gene pool. That's
God, you're
dumb.
dumb. God, you're dumb.
God, you're dumb. What's your favorite way to tell people they're stupid? God,
God, you're dumb. It's just the first thing I can. God, you're dumb.
Okay.
God, you're dumb. That is kind of
Oh,
dumb.
God, you're dumb.
God, you're dumb.
God, you're dumb.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez, you're dumb.
Yeah. Fucking dumb.
You're dumb, don't you know?
Dirt.
You're dumb as dirty.
You know, they're videotaping all of this. And then they're gonna go back and be like, Kim and Briana did nothing besides call me stupid. And then they're gonna sue creation and we'll be out of work. So all of you saw this.
We worked it.
It was a question. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, God, I'm dumb.
God, you're
All right. Hello.
Hi, my name is Nixie, also owner of a Spicy Brain.
With an M or an N?
M.
Copy, okay.
Yep, also owner of a Spicy Brain. I wanted to know if you could shrink down somebody, whether they are real or fictional, to carry around in your pocket as like a little friend, who would you choose?
Do they like it when I do this? Or is it someone who has been shrunk down and stuffed in my pocket against their will?
Think like fictional, like
So like a
sidekick.
pocket friend.
Yeah, like a sidekick.
A pocket friend that could like talk to me while wait, fictional though. A fictional person or a real person?
Either.
Ooh.
You have options.
Oh, Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Specifically David Tennant's Doctor Who, please. Yes, Doctor, it is bigger on the inside. My pocket. Your nose. What were you thinking?
God, you're dumb. I don't know. I was with you. I was like thinking about all my friends that I'd like to have. Kim was my first thought. Like, I'd like to have him go, should I do this? And she'd go, no, fuck no. And I wouldn't do it.
No, unless I say, yes, fuck him!
And then I was like, fictional characters. I was thinking of Superman, the new Superman, who I just think is.
Yeah. There would be, you would cut a hole in your
I
front
mean-
pocket.
Wow, he is super. Sorry, everyone.
You just slipped through the hole and whoopsie.
Oopsie. Not pregnant. I just got the diva cup and everything. I told you guys. So does that answer your question? Sorry. I don't know what you guys expected, but oh.
Wait, hello, how old are you? Oh, it's okay, you can tell us with that. We're the ones who will get in trouble. You won't get in trouble.
Okay.
How old are you?
I'm about to be 10.
That's okay, I knew you were gonna get a big laugh on that. We're just holding for you.
So my name is Estrella, and my question is for you that I've asked the other people in the panels. If you could go back in time to an episode or a season, who would you save? From death.
Who would I save okay.
Great
Who would I
question.
save from death? Okay, wait, first I want to know what your answer is.
I would probably save Mary.
Mary? Oh.
I
I mean, we
would
wouldn't
say-
have much of a show because they would not have any of their trauma.
Gotta have that trauma.
But yeah, no, I feel you. I feel your vibe. Save your mom, so they'd have a mom, right?
Yeah, she deserves to be more in the show.
Yeah. Does Sam know that you said that? Have you already asked her?
No.
The woman, okay, make sure you tell Mary.
She'll love that.
Yeah.
I would say Charlie, I think.
That's a hard yes. And so if you pick Charlie, I say Bobby.
Sure, he's dead, he's alive anymore. So you would like to come back, I don't know.
Good answer.
Thank you. And I'm sorry.
They knew what they were getting.
That's right. Are you having fun?
Yep.
Are you coming to
You answered
karaoke?
that a little too fast.
Yeah, probably.
Probably, good answer.
Okay, wait. Do you want me to convince your parents to let you come to karaoke?
Yeah.
Where? Who's your guardian? Who are you here with? Raise your hand.
Just,
Are you?
Where are you?
No, mom's like, oh, no, hell no, no way. All right, mom, dad, you gotta come to karaoke.
it's a good time.
You gotta. I know it's late, but when is the last time? This person is turning 10.
Yeah.
And once you are a decade old, karaoke changes completely. There is only so much time they have to get in before their 10th birthday. So
And it's
you gotta
free.
do karaoke, and it's free, and it's so much. It's just a big sing along.
Yeah, it's so fun.
It's
We will not
mayhem.
be there
We'll be recovering from the DJ party.
because we're going to bed, yeah.
But yeah, did that make up for all of my cussing?
It's not so much the cussing I'm worried about. So I'm just gonna go home and go, that Donna character is a slut. Dude, have a wonderful day.
Hey, have fun at karaoke tonight. One of the worst people ever. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi. Hello.
Hi. My question is actually for Brianna. I went to the test screening of X's last night. I just wondered if you had any fun tidbits or stories about filming.
Oh, you were at the screening last night? Thank you so much for
It was
coming.
so good.
That was amazing and intense. Any stories? Oh, so a lot. Yes. And so we were filming in LA during the big fire. And we did have to shut down a couple times, even though we were quite a ways away from them. But one of them started up in the middle of the day. Remember, we all went to set, and they were like, "Oh," and we're like, "Okay, let's film. Let's go. Let's film." And then we go out, and we're like, "Faster!" And we just get. And then we eventually had to shut down. And we're okay, but there was lots of when making an independent movie. You think, I'm gonna get enough money to make a movie. And that's just the beginning of your problems because there are unions involved. Often when you're asking favors, people can dip in and out. It's not like when you're working on a network show and people have signed up for it or contracted. There's rules in place so that you don't get screwed. We didn't get screwed. It was just like we're asking a lot of favors. Matt had many hats on. So he was one of the stars, director, producer, and then anything else that needed done. He was also my host, staying at his house with his family. And I think that in terms of like the good stories I could tell, I probably won't, but it was a lot of dialogue. And so we filmed the whole thing in this limousine. For those of you who haven't heard anything about it, it takes place in a limousine. We never moved. The limousine was just in a warehouse. It never moved ever, except for at the end of the shoot, we went around to get some like driving shots. But we were just in a limousine going like this a lot, right? Like this. And Hilarion, who's the DP, he did lots of stuff to make it look like it was interesting. But we spent 11 days. We shot the movie in 11 days. 9 90 pages of dialogue. Yeah, and that was my biggest concern, was like remembering all those lines. And I can tell you, I did not remember all of the lines. That's how you do that. You just have somebody, and you just go, you're driving, you just go, line, somebody tells you the line, you go, yeah, motherfucker, or whatever the line is. But my favorite, I think, story is when Ricky came to set. Ricky Whittle, who's become a good friend of fandom and the cast. He's been at a few conventions. He donated his time to us for a few scenes, and half of those scenes he was shirtless. And he's a little bit of an Adonis, if you don't know who he is. Very handsome fellow. And there was never a day busier with visitors than the days that Ricky was filming. And it was so funny because they'd be like, you know, watching the screen when they were shooting over there. They'd be like, what's it called? The monitor, watching the monitor. There was like 10 women crowded around this monitor watching Ricky, but he was the sweetest. Overall, it was just kind of the best experience, and it makes me only want to do independent film, even though you don't make any money from it, but it's so fun. It reminds me of theater in the way of like everybody's in. There's nobody that's just like waiting in a trailer to go and say their lines. If you're not working, you're setting up crafty, or exactly, like everybody's busy. That's the way I like to be. But thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It was good, loved it.
Yay, thank you.
Hello. Hi. I'm also autistic. My name is AJ, and I carry around a stuffed dog, and I was just wondering if you guys had any childhood stuffed animal that you guys had a good connection to.
I had a stuffed elephant that it was the very first thing. I had a paper route. How do you say it here? Route. I had a paper route when I was in middle school, so like grade 6 maybe. And it was the first thing I ever bought with my own money, was a stuffed elephant. Is that too old to buy stuffies? Maybe. But I loved it, and I named him Nikolai Aloysius Pachydermski. I still have him.
You met Hercules in my closet. He's my horse, and he was my mom's horse when she went to college. So he was hers, and then she gave him to me, and I have Hercules, the horse, and he's been loved to bits. He just has his eyeballs now, and everything else is just bald, and I love him so much. I still will hold him, when it's gotta feel right. Yeah. So yes, I applaud love and comfort, however it manifests in your life, because we all deserve it.
Hi, my name is Kylie, and I have a question for Kim. If you could do a movie or TV show with Jared and Justin and the Strauss twins all together, what would you want the main story to be about?
The age they are now?
Yes.
I would like to do somehow an adaptation of K-pop Demon Hunters with all four. They aren't the Demon Hunters. They might be the demons, because those badasses need to stay the badasses they are. I'm not gender swapping anything, but I would like to see these guys work together in terms of that world, like a live action K-pop Demon Hunter sort of thing. Does that meet your approval?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I'm like, were you hoping I would say Criminal Minds? Because I did not. Well, yes, yeah. I think they'd all have fun in that world. Thank you.
I'm wondering, who is an actor that you learned something from, or even an actor, or a cast and crew member, or a producer, and what did you learn?
Oh, I have an answer. Okay. The way you shoot multi-camera, like a sitcom when you're an audience, and the way you shoot single camera, like movies, are very, very different. And my first time shooting a single camera was Star Trek Voyager. And I did not know what the fuck I was doing. I thought, like, if I messed up my lines, then I had to start the scene over again. And they were like, honey, you're not even on camera. Just pick up and go. Stop making us start over. It's our coverage. But Kate Mulgrew took such a shine to me. She was like, oh, she just doesn't know what she's doing. But she's good. She's got some bones there. And we had a scene where it was just the two of us. And she was a one-woman acting class. And I will give you the most specific thing. So, whoops, that's a great example. So, can you, yeah, that's not too loud. So if I'm gonna set something down, if I'm drinking and I'm gonna set it down on the table, and my line is, I don't know what you're doing here anyway. If I say, I don't know what you're doing here anyway, as opposed to, I don't know what you're doing here anyway, you put it down in between your words so you don't fuck sound. I don't know what you're doing here anyway. And now you have a usable take. Whereas if I say, I don't know what you're doing here anyway, you have to go in and ADR it and they can't use that take. Right? It's magic! And it's such a little thing, but I've had so many, ever since then, I've had so many sound designers come up and go, thank you so much. Because you don't even know, like, if you're gonna take a step, you gotta find a way to do it in between your words and still make everything look fucking natural.
On that same wavelength, I just put a Jolly Rancher in my mouth and I realized I made a huge mistake. I'm sorry, it will shrink.
That's what she said.
Oh no, she knows. Doing the same action on both coverages.
Oh yeah, remember when you
put
did
a drink down, taking a sip, and you put a drink down, and say a line. Do it on both coverages, because editors will be like, thank God, because then I can use any take of that. It's weird, like, to make acting on camera look natural, it's so unnatural. Yeah, it's kind of obscene. I gotta get this out. Don't walk!
Hold it. Okay.
Because I want to put it back in.
That's what she said.
Phil Segretia told me my very first episode of Supernatural. Now, many of you already know this. When I did Supernatural, I had not really done much film television. Most of my career was in theater and comedy. And so being in the medium of film television, to what she's explaining, is so technical that the acting is almost secondary to being hitting your mark, making sound guys happy, making lighting happy, making editors happy, all that shit. But he said, what I need you to do is after you say your line, I need you to just look, not at the camera, not at the lens, but towards the camera and hold for a little bit. And I was like, why? And he's like, I don't know. But you notice, like, when you're watching TV, there'll be a moment, they'll be like, yeah, can you believe it? Cut to commercial.
Yeah.
And it's just like, why? Nobody knows, but he calls it abusey. So he's like, I need you to abusey towards the camera. I don't know why it's called abusey, I think you're abusey. I imagine he probably invented it, or everybody thinks he did, but that's what he told me I needed.
Oh, that was a soap opera thing.
Yeah.
They called it the tag. And I can't do it right now because I've had Botox, but my eyebrows nearly got their own damn contract because I could not only hit it, but then an eyebrow would go up. And that was the tag look. Like, you have to learn to button the scene with a, but soap operas you can do it very,
Maybe it was just everyone's want. Sometimes I feel like Phil really he cast me in that episode, which was my first episode, and I feel like he was consciously trying to build my character, because it wasn't even a guest star at that point. Because I watch it back and I'm like, why is this principal character getting so many close-ups? Do you know what I mean? So maybe he was just making me do it for that reason, I don't know. But yeah, the technical aspects of film television is nuts. It's not my favorite, but it's interesting once you learn how to do it.
yeah. Keep the thought look. I'm thinking. Also, the other thing is when it's your coverage, pick one eyeball and look at it. of your other actor. Don't keep going back and forth in between the eyeballs, because that makes it makes you look crazy, which if that's what you're going for, and pick the eyeball closest to camera. And just look at that one eye. Don't pick the one further away, because then you look cross-eyed on camera. But if it's the camera's right here, just look at that. Yeah, look at the eyeball closest to camera. Daniel Goldman taught me that. I know, that's a much longer story for a different convention. Hi!
I don't know. Hello.
Hi, I was wondering, my name is Mia, and I was wondering, have you guys ever been misrecognized, like, had a person be like, oh my god, I loved you in True Blood, or you were so great in Vampire Diaries, and you're like, that wasn't me, sorry babe.
There's one girl that I've actually been sent photos of to sign. Her name is, no, that didn't happen the last convention though. Because of her hair. No. Starts with B. Bridget
Medler?
Medler, that's it. Bridget Medler. I get sent photos of her all the time to sign. I don't know who she is. I think she's a real smarty. I've heard she like, has a doctorate in something. I'm like, yeah, I'm that gal.
Yeah, I had someone hand me Brianna's photo to autograph last convention. I was like, is this a joke? I said, it's pretty fucking funny if it is. I'm mortified.
Because
I was delighted.
So bleached out and short in that photo.
Yeah, it was I was delighted. I was like, oh my god, thank you so much. No, I'm much older.
Because then also he wants your autograph. Yeah, so cute.
So yes, Brianna Buckmaster.
And
I will carry that compliment to my grave. Thank you.
Especially right now, rolling this fucking, oh, hello.
Roll this fucking, hello. Hi. Have you noticed that we've significantly stopped cussing as much since we were introduced to this person? Hi.
First, it's fine.
Okay, so I want you to know personally, if I honestly thought you were not okay with it, I would pull you aside and I would have a respectful conversation and apologize. So I assumed you were okay with it. It's just kind of a bit we're making, because you might not be uncomfortable about it, but there's one motherfucker out there. You know who you are, that I'm making it clear, we're cool. If you have a problem, that problem's yours. Okay.
What do you think the best part about being a girl is?
Great question. There's so many great. Do you know what I think the best part of being a girl is? My girlfriends. My girlfriends, I had a girlfriend, I went out, she was camping, I took my daughter out, every year we go camping. She goes camping, I don't. I go and visit her. I go to the lake, my daughter plays with her daughter. Anyway, it was the second time this summer I've had one of my girlfriends do this. It was just like, Brianna, you are such a good friend. And you have no idea, for me, how much that means. Because the things I do in friendship are things I just do. I don't do them with a hope, I don't do them with a hope of anything in return. But my friendships, I would say, are just as important to me in my life as my marriage, almost as my relationship to my child. They are my church. They are sacred to me. And they built me into the woman that I am, and I know that they will be there in my future. I can rely on them. And there are also things that I work hard at. I make a point to make phone calls, to have special fun dates with my girlfriends. And I love that we can be whole and we don't have to hide anything from each other, the good and the bad. And so they are a beautiful mirror of who I am in this life, and they make me feel so safe.
I don't think he's interpreting us. I think they're having a conversation. I was like, I want to be helpful. Never mind. I find it hard to answer this question without comparing genders. And one of my biggest difficulties in my brain is going, is this a gender attached? Is this genuinely attached to the gender? Or is this a traditional gender role that is optional? Right? Does that make sense to you? Like, does this come with my gender? Or does it come because I believe I have to do it because of my gender? So with that preface, I'm saying, I think societally, women are given more permission to grow than men are. I think that women, when we say, I'm bettering myself, everybody goes, good for you, sweetie, you get it, woo! Whereas if a guy says, I'm apologizing for something I know how to do better now, people are like, you don't have to fucking apologize, you didn't do anything wrong. And that hurts my heart, because I think as long as I'm alive, I want to grow, I want to get better, I want to give myself permission to do better and express better and be better. And I think as long as I attach growth to the idea that that must mean I'm not good enough now. This is a little heady, but I think there's more expectation on men to have arrived at perfection than there is on women, and I really fucking appreciate that. I like giving myself permission, and I like society giving me permission, that when I learn to do better, I get to do better, and people don't resist that necessarily. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yeah, thank you. Hi guys, speaking of men we love who do better and better and better.
We heard men who are perfect, and Billy was like, they're talking about me.
Yep. It's true, it's true, it's true. Do we take one last question, or do you want to chime in?
You can take one more.
Oh, okay. I was like, I'm going to include you in the conversation. You're all like, no, you're not. Yeah. Hi.
I'm Justine, and my question for you is, in the show, what is one thing that you would have liked to see more of? Like, for example, you see bits and pieces of the pagan gods, and then suddenly they just kind of throw them all into this conference room, and over half of them dies. So, what is something that you would have liked to see more, that they delve more into this, like the lore of it?
Jody and Donna. I know you really wanted something deep and insightful and the lore behind.
I would like more projects.
Yeah, I would like our spin-off to have gone. We could have gone into all the lore that you missed in the spin-off, but it didn't go. So now you get to ask us questions about hypotheticals. I'm going to go with more about Jody and Donna and their deep love.
I think we all agree. I think that's,
Hi guys.
good to see y'all.
Did you miss your
Oh, you was great crowd. I know, they know so much about me now. Too much, one might almost say.
They too. You're going to get some letters, Jason.
Yeah.
You're going to get a few
I'm
letters.
excited. I'm ready for it.
Yeah.
Please give it up for these two.